Hello everybody, it's Mr. Menziah here, and today I will be reviewing Recon Breakpoint. So first, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay in this game when you play as your Ghost is very reminiscent to Recon Wildlands, but the difference is this time around you feel a lot more heavier and there is a bit of a delay when you move your character. This delay is very reminiscent to the gameplay of Killzone, where you feel very weighty and feel like a tank. In this, you do feel that way as well. Maybe this was supposed to make it feel more realistic. I personally did not like the weightiness of how my character felt, and in fact it got me killed a lot when I tried to move as quick as possible. Also, when it comes down to the driving in the game, the driving is still very poor in this game compared to Wildlands as well. The driving cars feels very loose. A lot of the times you would drift or make a mistake when driving. It doesn't feel solid. It still feels very amateur when it comes down to the driving mechanics. Flying helicopters feels the same, but feels a lot more weighty compared to Wildlands. And there's always been something wrong with the flight of helicopters. Even when you're flying forward and you've got complete balance, for some reason the helicopter slightly tilts to the right. I'm not sure why that's the case. I don't know, it bothered me. It's not really much of a big deal for the tilting, but I just felt like, why are you tilting to the right for? And also, when it comes down to the gunplay is very much the same as Wildlands 2. Some of the guns feel pretty weighty, some of the guns feel like they pack a punch when you hit an enemy, some of them don't. And this was always been a problem when it came down to Wildlands, and it's definitely seeped into Recon Breakpoint 2. Now let's talk about the AI. The AI in this game are horrendous. They are stupid, bruv. And I am not joking. I had many occasions where I was outgunned, I've been detected, and I have to make sure I don't die. So basically, I find myself in a room where there's only one point of entry. Basically, all I do is aim at the doorway. Enemies will just walk into your field of view, and they will basically walk into your gunfire without much of any second thought. They will just walk into it, go and try and shoot you, shoot them in the head, done. I did this so many occasions where I was detected and I've got so many enemies are after me, even the heavy gunners who have lots of armor. Just shoot them in the head when they walk into your field of view, and you pretty much wipe out the entire base in seconds. Also, when it comes down to the detection in this game, you will get detected quite a bit. Unfortunately, you have to take your time quite a lot when you're trying to be stealthy. If you just want to hurry up and get to the objective and complete the mission, you will get detected quite a bit. And if you're not into getting detected and you like to play stealthy, the missions will take twice as long, if not more longer, to complete, to make sure you have not been detected at all. Unfortunately, this is the issue. The AI are stupid in this game, but there are lots of them in a base. So when it happens of you getting detected, it's because a lot of them take quite a while for you to mark every enemy with your drone. Unfortunately, the system where you can mark a big radius of an area and mark every enemy that's in that circle of radius, it's not in here anymore. Why is it gone? Because it made life so much easier to make sure, okay, use the drone, mark like I would say about 30 meters of a room or of a base, and then you'll be able to know where all the enemies are. That's not in here. You can also change your loadouts. So there are 4 different loadouts. There is the Assault, Sharpshooter, Panther, and Field Medic. The Assault is much more of an aggressive playstyle. Sharpshooter is more of a laid-back and sniper-orientated playstyle. Panther is your stealth playstyle, and Medic is obviously the Medic. The Medic doesn't really seem useful to you if you're playing solo. Keep in mind, I played this game 100% solo. and it felt horrible doing so. Also, there are no AI teammates in the game at the moment, but they did confirm they are going to be put into the game post-launch. In my opinion, I felt it was an absolutely stupid idea to take the AI teammates out, because they also helped me back in Wildlands to detect enemies who are in the area. Unfortunately, Ubisoft's idea was to make the game realistic, yet they make so many more contradictions. It's not realistic to put one man by himself full of an island full of soldiers who are out to kill you, or are supposed to be just as skilled as you, and they are not. Then there is the light level system. This light level system is basically what you would get in The Division or in Destiny, where you're constantly changing your loot to get to a higher light level. If you find a blueprint for your favorite gun, you can also constantly keep building your gun over and over again, and it will always scale to your light level, so you can always get the weapon that you like and use it, and you can also boost its light level up. The whole reason for this light level being here is because there are drones that guard these towers. These towers can contain skill points or some loot that could be useful to you, and unfortunately these tanks are an absolute pain in the ass to kill. You do get an ability to use a rocket launcher as a consumable. Keep in mind, this is not an actual weapon, it's a consumable in your same slot where you would have your grenades, your syringes, your med kits. The reason that they did this was because they didn't want to make the gear system convoluted when it already is. And basically you can use these to shoot drones, but they don't kill them. They don't kill the drones, yet you're using a fully ballistic rocket launcher. All it does is take away its armor, and it will expose its weak points. The weak points in these drones shine red, and it looks like it's overheating, like an overheating look in the weak points, and you shoot those, and that's where you can do the most DPS to these drones. And that is basically what the entire gear system is, or the light level system is catered towards. These towers and these drones, which are an absolute pain in the ass to kill. It's unnecessary. You want to make a realistic game, Ubisoft, yet this light level system is not realistic. You don't have this in real life. Just because you change a pair of jeans, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to do more damage or sustain more damage compared to a regular guy with a gun. If he shoots you in your fucking penis, your penis is going to be taken off if you get shot in the penis. Well, in this, it clearly doesn't do that, and this is not a realistic way to approach this game. Also, when it comes down to the gear system, you will get whites, greens, blues, purples, and yellows throughout the game. The higher your level is when you hit rank 30, you will start to get more purples and yellows. The purples which are the most you'll probably get, and the yellows have distinct abilities like a higher percentage of drone evasion, a higher percentage of health regen, that type of stuff, or gives you maximum ammo for your weapons. That's basically what these yellow pieces of gear do. Or if you get a yellow weapon, it will deal more damage to drones, or it will have more ammo, better accuracy, stuff like that. All of this feels completely unnecessary in this game, and I'm not sure why they made it. Now let's talk about the story. The story in this game is basic and very devoid of any emotion. So the story is mainly set about a character called Cole D. Walker, who is played by Jon Bernthal. He is a leader of a group of ex-Ghost Recon soldiers called the Wolves. The Wolves are also pretty stupid in this game, but they look cool. But unfortunately, it basically explains why he defected to being a rogue ghost soldier and wanted to work with a company called Sentinel. The whole reason for it was because he had a disagreement with a superior officer. That was it. Like, literally. He didn't like the way that his superior officers were treating him. Even though it wasn't even all that bad, he fucked up. Like, John Bernthal's character fucked up in the situation. And he basically got a tap on the wrist. He didn't even get a big, like, punishment. He was just basically told to stand down or some shit. And he's basically like, you know what, fuck this, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm gonna go make my own group of soldiers. And for some reason, Ghost soldiers just like, hey, I got kicked. Hey, I left. The Ghost Recon team, join me, where you can feel so much better of being a soldier. And basically, people just joined him. He doesn't explain how he recruited them. To me, I guess it was because they were loyal to him, I suppose. But they don't really explain that. So they're just like, okay, I'll join you. Yeah. I'll put these masks on. Yeah, we look like death. Like, we look like a poor man's version of a Helghast soldier. But no, we're wolves, even though we wear skulls as masks for some reason. Even though we're wolves. Doesn't really make sense why they wear skulls, but yeah. Yeah. So the story was pretty much very bland. And some of the oh my god, the dialogue. Some of the dialogue in this game is so cringe. Like, some people, like, I get it, you're trying to make a moment lighthearted, but you fail every single time when you're trying to be funny. Like, there's some guy like, yeah, we're going to be kicking ass, man. Yeah, this feels so awesome. I'm paraphrasing, but he basically spoke like that. This is going to be awesome. We're finally going to kick ass. I want to eat a fish taco or something like that. My man actually said he wanted to eat a fish taco, bruv. My man actually said that, you know. And I'm sitting like, brother, nobody talks like that. Some of you guys are fucking weirdos, bruv. How do these people recruit you to make these drones? Because you man are some weirdos, fam. Genuine weirdos. And yeah, you'll do this. You'll get people like this throughout the campaign and the side missions as well. And yeah, really. I kind of... Oh, let me talk about the microtransactions. Yes, the microtransactions are a piss take. Everything is monetized. The customization, like the cosmetics. You can get different cosmetics for your character, your weapons, your knives, your cars. You can buy cars, like aircrafts. You can buy boosters to like level your weapons up to Mark 1. Keep this in mind. These boosters, a lot of people are saying it's paid to win. I will say it's paid to win if this happens, because these microtransactions basically put all your weapons up, depending on what type of category. It could be a sniper rifle, it could be a pistol, it could be an SMG, assault rifle, shotgun, you name it. These microtransactions can basically put your weapons up to Mark 1. Every weapon in this game goes up to Mark 3 when it comes down to the tier system. So if you can buy these Mark 1 microtransactions and buy them 3 times and basically just boost your weapons up to Mark 3, then yeah, I will say it's pay to win. But as of right now, I haven't seen anybody do that. So it doesn't give you the full power that you're expecting to get. It just boosts your weapons up to Mark 3. Unless you can buy these boosters 3 times and do that. So I don't know, because I haven't bought them. I bought some cosmetics, yeah, don't judge me, fam. I like my character looking good. I bought some like camos, and I bought this ghost, or no, this wolf boss battle helmet guy. I think his name's Flycatcher. Yeah, you're seeing it on screen. That was really it. Whatever you do with your money, fam, I won't judge you. Just don't judge me, please. I like my character looking good. But other than that, the microtransactions, some of them just feel unnecessary. Some of them are there if you want it. Like, you can change your cosmetic for your knife. The only time you're going to see your knife is when you do a takedown. And really, you're not going to be paying attention to say, my knife looks awesome. You're not going to be looking at that, bruv. So I do feel like it's a bit pointless there too. What else? Yeah, I think that's really about it, to be honest. So, final thoughts. I think this game is a mess. This game is a complete mess. I don't know why so many of these features that are in this game are in here, like the gear system. Why does it matter? Why does a drone have a different light level? Brother, it's just a fucking robot. Why? Why give me this tedious grind to get to 300? Brother, I'm like 207 out of 300. And I'm hearing that, oh, the light level goes up to 300. Brother, I don't want to do them things. Brother, I don't want to spend more hours. I've spent 40 plus hours in this game. I don't want to continue like fighting my way up to 300. I just think it's unnecessary. I'm not sure if the raid is out yet. But no, I don't think the raid is out yet. But yeah, there's a raid coming, and I believe that's what the gear system is going to be catered towards as well. The gear system, in my opinion, just needs to be taken out of the game completely. It's unnecessary. You don't need it. You want to be realistic, yet you're giving me like genes that basically let me take more DPS. That's not realistic. One man against an entire island with an army is not realistic. Where are the AI teammates? Why did you take them out in the first place? It's dumb. Are you telling me one man is capable of taking down an entire like food chain of superiors that have like 50,000 men on an island? Do you really expect me to think that's actually going to happen in real life? Because that's not real. That's not realistic, bruv. So a lot of this shit is just like, oh, you're telling me it's a realistic game, yet you're doing the complete opposite. You're telling me the complete opposite, bruv. But first, let me talk about what I did like then. Because there are some things I did like about this game, even though the bad outweighs the good. The detection system is much better compared to Wildlands. In Wildlands, bruv, if you got detected in Wildlands, the whole Bumbleclaw Island knows you got detected, and everybody would just swarm you. It doesn't really matter if the AI was smart. You would just be completely outgunned. Completely outgunned in Wildlands. But in here, what they will do is the enemies will detect you, and if you don't call out the guy who can call reinforcements, then they'll call reinforcements, which is like another 6 or 10 men, and then you can kill them, then you're done. So the detection system isn't as brutal compared to Wildlands, so I'll give them that. Also, there is a customization system to make your character look the way that you want to. So if you're constantly trying to level up your gear and you're having to wear shit you don't want to wear, not to worry. You can get cosmetics in the game that can be earned or via the microtransaction store, and your character can look like that throughout the entire game. Keep in mind though, there have been some occasions where this system has bugged, like when I put on a certain chest piece. The chest piece that I don't like the look of goes on my character. It happens every once in a while. I'm not sure of how big of a deal that is, but it has happened a few times to me where it's just changed my fashion, I suppose. And other than that, I don't really like anything else in this game, man. I'm just being honest. There's a lot in this game I do not like when it comes down to the features, the gameplay, the gear system, the story. There's a lot I don't like. So what I can say is I do not recommend anybody buying this game. But keep in mind, Ubisoft do have a good track record of fixing games that are broken at release and turning them around. They did this with Ghost Recon Wildlands, they did this with Rainbow Six Siege, they did this with some Assassin's Creed games, they did this with The Division 1. You know, so there are some things that they have done a pretty good job on in turning the game around. But I would say wait about 6 months and then look at the information that's out there and see how people are saying, or they'll get like, and Ubisoft are good at giving away their games for a weekend. They did this with Wildlands 2, where you get a whole weekend of basically playing the game for free. They might do this with Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Give that a try whenever they decide to release that, and then make a decision, or wait for the reviews. And if you don't listen to reviews, I'm not talking to you. You've already made your decision. But yeah, other than that, don't buy this game or wait about 6 months for it to improve. Because as of right now, there are so many flaws. There are so many unnecessary systems in this game. And that it gives you a tedious grind of like going across the map, looting chests, looting bases and all of that, and doing missions that are just not fun. And let me tell you about that too, man. There are so many missions, not all of them, but there are so many missions in this game where you go to activate the mission. This person tells you to go to point A. You go to point A, the objective isn't there, but it tells you to get intel. Get intel. It rips you out of the immersion of the game to a menu where it tells you to consult this intel, consult it, play the game. Then it tells you to go to point B, and the objective isn't at point B either. Then you go find intel from an NPC, some random intel on a computer desk, or interrogating a soldier. Then they tell you to go to point C. Then you go to point C, and then you do the exact same thing. Look for intel, consult the intel, then go to point D. And then you finally go to point D, and that is where the objective is. And this is scattered across the entire map. It tells you to go to here. Oh, no, it's not actually here. Oh, go to there instead. Oh, it's not there either. You might want to go to this place. Oh, my apologies. It's not there either. Go here. It's actually there this time. I promise you. I promise you. The objective is there. And you basically do that pretty much most of the game. Or most of the missions do that. Including side missions. And it's just not fun to do. It's really not fun, bruv. I don't know whose idea it was to make these changes, but they're not fun. It ruins and it hurts the game. I'm a big Ghost Recon fan. I like Breakpointing. I know a lot of people didn't like Ghost Recon Wildlands. I love Wildlands, bruv. I love Wildlands. Even those microtransactions are a fuckery. That game has loot boxes in it and everything. I still love Wildlands. I love the gameplay. I love the gameplay loop. But in this, it's just tedious grinding and it's not fun to do. So yeah, keep this in mind if you're going to play the game. There is a lot of grinding and it's not a fun grind to do. And if you are going to play this game, you need to have friends who are willing to play it too. Playing solo is just not fun. I played this game 100% solo. And it's very difficult and it's just tedious and long to play. And that's all I've really got to say for this video, man. I did not like this game. I do not recommend it. And that's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.